This conference will now be recorded.
Sriram, someone deleted availability group 002, I guess, because when we are creating storage type types, it is giving an error.
Sorry, Karthik, they've deleted you, mean?
If you go to storage types, we will have availability group. Sorry, I mean process storage process type, or what is this? One second.
Where you mean?
Availability group which links between
Hmm.
ECC and EWM that someone has deleted.
You mean the storage location, you mean?
Not storage location, availability group 0002.
Okay, 1 second. So what error you're getting?
When I'm creating storage type, availability group 0002 is not does not exist like that.
Then it was not deletion, I guess. 1 second. It is there now.
If you can go to storage type, can you go to that storage type
Which
once?
storage type you're looking?
WM, EWM, ZEW.
Your warehouse, huh?
Yeah, my warehouse is yeah, storage type also is ZEW.
You don't have it right.
What is this? Just before a while only I created it.
You want to create one storage type?
Yeah. It's okay. Leave. We will proceed.
Oh, let me see.
Just before a while only I created it. Here only we will assign availability group, right?
It's not does not exist. Okay, you didn't copy the warehouse. Oh,
No.
1 second. Is this the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
You have not copied the table entries.
I mean,
That's why.
I
1
copied
second.
everything yours only. I don't know.
Let me
Something
check
missed.
once. Yeah. If you have copied, there should be entries over here. There's nothing. You see, complete blank. You see, all your entries are blank. That's the reason
Okay.
it is not coming for you. You have created, I believe, but I guess this step you would have missed it. Where is that?
Okay.
So all these table entries, whatever you have, this has to be copied basically, because you can't maintain the table entries in each and every node. That would be a problem again.
Yeah, sure. I mean, basically, I didn't created anything. I just copied your org structure only. But
Maybe what you would have done is you would have defined it and you would have copied, I guess. But copying is a node where we will be having below the cross settings. I believe this setting you would have missed it.
yeah. I didn't even.
That's what, because if in a warehouse number control, if you don't have that any of that entries there, you would be getting this error actually, availability group, because I thought someone has deleted completely, but it is there. Let me try once if something is
Yeah,
installed.
I couldn't see that because if someone has deleted or something like that, I felt. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Let me check and see whether the storage type is getting created or not.
And when I try to give that manually also, that controls, it is
It
not
won't allow
take.
because it won't allow because the problem is it should be there at the warehouse number control. So the table entries are not fulfilling that again because
I
you
mean,
have a
by the error, I understood that, but when I'm giving it manually, it is not accepting at all that warehouse control one.
okay.
Yes, yes, thank
You can do your things. Okay. Okay. So coming to this particular concept, guys, we have seen yesterday. Just want to have a recap, like what we have done. We have created the storage types DEC1 and DEC2, and we have created the bins, and we have created the products, and as well as we have created the storage process and warehouse process type and the control indicators, right? This is what the settings what we have done yesterday. Now coming to today one, actually what we have, the second set of configuration, like whatever we are trying to talk here, the second set of configuration is the one where we will be talking about the creation of the door. Okay, so we have to define the door, and again for that door we should be having a different storage type with a role of that as well, and as well as the door determination concept is there, which I'll explain you that now. Okay, and then we have to create a work center, and then we have to create a storage type for that again, work center, and bins for both the things, I mean like for the door and as well as for the work centers. On top of that we have the assignments and all. So first let me complete the creation of the work center. Okay, so ideally why do we require a work center here, guys? What is the purpose of having the work centers? Any idea?
Is it
No
the
idea.
validation for the
will happen at
valuation?
I'm sorry.
deconsolidation will be happened at the work centers
No,
only.
ideally it is not only for the consolidation, any kind of a physical activity. Like a work center is a kind of a physical thing in your warehouse where you physically set up something in your warehouse. Okay, it's a physical layout basically where you'll have a kind of a kitting or a kind of any kind of a thing. Okay, so what happens is any kind of a physical activity which you are trying to perform, whether it could be a deconsolidation or whether it could be a packing or a repacking or a VAS or whatever it could be, that we'll call it as a work center, a physical place where you do some kind of an activity for your products. That we'll call it as a this one. What do you mean to say? That is deconsolidation there basically. I mean like as being we are doing a deconsolidation, that's the reason we are calling it as a deconsolidation. But ideally a physical thing in your warehouse, the physical place where you allocate some things there and you do some activities continually, whether it could be a packing or repacking. So in our case we are trying to have a designated work center as being we will be thoroughly doing only this kind of process all the time. You're getting that? Hello? That is a physical location in the warehouse basically.
you.
Okay, so in order to have this particular physical location in your warehouse, again we need to represent that with a one kind of a work center. Means we have to have a work center, and that work center again needs to have a storage type. Again we have to create a bin. Why do we need to have a storage type and a bin, guys? Tell me. For the work center.
Initially, stock will be received at dose area. There should be some storage
No,
type on it.
not that I'm talking about at the work center.
For the put away?
Next. Put away, we already have the bins, right?
Yes. Okay.
But in order to track your movements in your warehouse and in order to see where exactly the products are, so basically then that point of time, we need a storage type for that work center and a bin for that, right? So that's what the bins ideally represents, right? It ideally tells us where exactly the products are if you want to track your products in your warehouse, basically, right?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. So now coming to this particular thing, guys, okay, we will create one work center first time, okay, and then we will create another storage type, okay, and that particular storage type and the storage bin, whatever we are trying to create now, basically, we will assign it and we'll do this part now, okay. The same way again, we have to create one door and we need to assign a storage type for that and we'll be creating it. But this is a bit different concept in the door one because we have some staging area and door determination concept, which I'll come to that. Now this is the one which I'm trying to create as of now, which is a work centers. So first thing is, as already there in the storage type one, the standard one is 8010 is the storage type. Okay. So now there should be a role. Always remember this, guys. Okay. Storage type role will be represented with the role of an E. You can see this here, right? So always remember that the storage type role will be having a role of an E with a work center. Okay. And the first thing is you will be having an HU requirement as a mandatory for that. Okay. Which will flag it as this one. Okay. Getting it, guys?
Yes, got it.
Can I ask you a
Yeah.
question here? I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Yeah, does mean this one, when we said it is work center, this is the way how we can differentiate this was storage type from the other one. Is that right?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that question. Can you repeat
Yeah,
that, please?
the only we already defined like a storage type in the past for our process, but for this
That
process,
storage type is for your physical storing of your bin products. But
yeah,
this storage type is for the work center. It's not for the place where you're storing your products, right? This
okay,
is not
okay,
the, yeah. And that's the
okay,
reason we are differentiating that with the respective storage type role. So if you
okay,
remember the storage bins for the physical storage bins, we will have a standard storage type and a blank. But here
yes,
we will be having it with an E. So we are trying to differentiate that. Okay.
correct, okay,
So
okay,
why are we creating a storage type? Why? Because in an EWM system, each and every activity will be represented by a storage type and we'll be creating a bin for that and we'll be assigning for that. You're
yeah,
getting it?
yeah,
That's the
okay,
reason. And the most important thing is the role, because each and every storage type has its own significance and we'll be defining that. The very first thing. Okay, first thing is the work center. And the same way, we even will be defining the doors also with the role of an F. Okay, so I'm clear on this part, right? First thing. And the same way, WM469030, right? So here, if you see this, G, 1 second. Who has defined this as yard? Normally it should be with EF. Okay, so the storage type role would be an EF here. This is for your doors. Okay, so far so clear, guys? Hello.
Yes.
Okay, now I've only created the storage types, guys. I haven't done anything. Now, when we come to the master data, below that we have something called as a work center. Now, what I'm trying to do here is define work center. Okay. Now, in this particular define work center, what I'm trying to do here, WM46, the standard one is DEKO. Okay, the work center. We will use that. Now, coming to that particular the work center, what is this external step? IB02.
For unpacking,
IB03 now, is that
for
right? Or not?
counting.
Yesterday we have seen some 3 steps, right? What are the 3 steps yesterday we have seen?
IB01,
IB01.
IB02, IB03.
IB01, IB02, IB03, but
Mm.
IB02 it is for the deconsolidation. And
Yes,
IB01.
IB02 is for the deconsolidation. So what I'm trying to say that is this specific work center is only allowed for performing the deconsolidation only. That's the
Okay.
reason we are differentiating and we're telling to that because in a physical layout of your warehouse, you would be having a multiple work centers. It's not a single work center you'll be having throughout the warehouse. You would be having a multiple things. So the external step would be your IB02 means this is a work center of a DEKO which is only designated to the deconsolidation one only and the storage type. So what storage type you are trying to have here? 8010. You're getting that, guys? And sorry, any questions here? Mohan, another one?
I'm
No,
sorry,
sir.
in any,
Mm.
every time we should use 8010 storage type, or there is
If
another
you're
one?
performing deconsolidation only, if you're performing another different activities, then it should be a different work center and it would be a different storage type again.
Okay, and this one is
Yeah.
standard, is that right? We can say
Yeah,
it's a
this is the
standard.
standard one. DEKO and 8010 are the pretty much standard one. If you want, you copy this and you create your own custom one. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So this is the one which I'm trying to make use of it here. Okay. However, for this particular work center, I need to create the bins basically because slash and slash SAWM slash ls01 WM46. Now, what is the storage type we have? It's 8010. That's the one thing which I'm trying to do it. Okay, however, logistics, extended warehouse management. Okay, master data. Here, storage, sorry, not here. Where is this work center? Yeah, work center. Define master data attributes. So we, as I am telling you that we have to assign the work center bin. So now what is our work center? It's DEKO. Now that's not my bin. This is the bin which I'm trying to assign over here. So for the particular DEKO work center, I'm trying to assign the storage bin of this one, WM46-DEKO guys. Okay, clear?
Yes, yes, sir.
So one work center will be assigned to only one bin.
It's a
Which
one-to-one relationship. Yes.
okay.
If you want to have another deconsolidation work center, then copy this and create a ZDEKO and create a multiple ones. Okay.
Okay, thank you. But as you said, so work center
Mm.
is like nothing but a physical location. So
Mm.
obviously, same
Mm.
deconsolidation will be happening for all bins in the same place, right? So
But
if
it, okay. Mm.
but as you are saying, it's a unique one for each
Mm.
bin. So it's a how do we? I mean,
Yeah.
for it will increase the redundancies, right? For each bin, I need to create one more. I mean, work
Not
center
required. You create a sections in that point of time. What is there?
sections.
You create a sections in that point of time. It's
Okay.
not required that you need to create multiple things. If in case there are somewhere around, if an example, if I take, if you're having some 10 to 15 storage types, maybe your hierarchy, your bulk, or your open, or whatever it could be. So 15 storage types in the sense, the physical layout, what I can say is, one second, wait. I should have the diagram. Where do I have it? 1 second, let me show you that. Maybe we take this example here. So you have multiple storage types, right? One is an iRack, and the one is an pallet, or whether it's an open one, right? Now, for all these prospective storage types, if you're trying to have only one work center, like the EKO, let's assume that, okay? Then what happens then? In that case, the travel distance between these work centers will be different. Agree? You see, there is one work center here, there is another work center here, and there is another work centers here, right? And there is another one at the packing also. So each and every work center has its own representation, like meant to say that its own different activities here. Okay, if you're trying to create only one work center, fine. Or if you're having a multiple work centers, then you have to differentiate that using the sections, or you try to create another work center which would be near to this particular storage types, and then you do that. That won't be a problem actually. Okay.
Yeah,
Actually, this is super.
Yeah.
Actually, I understand
Hmm.
your point, but something like okay.
Hmm.
So when we are going to create something,
Hmm.
we need to decide. Okay, so just suggest us how it will go.
Okay.
Like, I just want a
No,
suggestion.
I didn't get that. Can you just repeat that, please? I'm sorry.
Sorry, I did not attend the classes today. So, but
No, no, that's
today
fine.
what I
So,
understand.
mm,
Yeah. So today my point is, so
mm,
if we are having a one work center, that's a problem, right?
mm. No, the
So
question
what is
was
it?
here is like if Karthik wants to ask, like he wants to have a multiple work centers, or if you want to create a multiple bins for a single work center. That's what his question was.
Fine, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Ken?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, Karthik. So probably you can either differentiate that with the bins, or either you have to create, because the combination in normal standard what we have is it's a one-to-one relationship. That's it, what we have here. For one work center, we can have only one bin. That's what we try to have it here. Okay, Karthik?
understood.
Yeah.
Yeah. My point is like I felt like, see, obviously in an warehouse everywhere. In general case, I felt like deconsolidation will be happening only at one place. But as you
Hmm.
showed this diagram, see, depending upon business scenario, it can vary.
Yes. So
So we need to
depending upon
just
the physical layout, maybe a real-time example, I'll show you. This is the Mexico one, which we are trying to have it here. I'm not sure whether you're able to see this. Are you able to see this diagram? I don't think so, right? You see, this is how a physical layout of complete warehouse. This is outside the warehouse what we're having. This is some external parts actually. So if you see this, for a complete warehouse, if you try to have only one deconsolidation work center, depending upon the volume, you imagine that the travel distance would be more again, right? It can't be in that easy. From here, you have to travel to some other place at the end of the warehouse, right? So depending upon your business, you have to decide like how many work centers that would be required, which has to be at the near to the storage steps. Why? Because the concept of having this particular deconsolidation is to, oh, sorry, this is not the one. Yeah. So for a particular work center, okay, you are trying to separate it and you're trying to perform the put away. Let's assume that you have this particular storage step somewhere at the end of your warehouse. Then the travel distance would be very more, right? I mean, like it hardly takes 5 minutes to go on to come here every time. Agree?
yes.
Yeah, so that would be again, and what do you say, that the performance will comes into the picture, and then a lot of things will happen. So basically what we do is normally in the real time, what we usually done is either if the business was not accepting for a multiple work centers, then we have to go with the sections here, what we see. If not, the best thing is we will create another section, I'm sorry, another work center with another storage type. So as soon as we receive the goods, either we direct the goods directly to that respective storage types which we are trying to store it, and then if not, we will try to place it in a different one. So basically it depends upon the physical layout of your warehouse. All depends on that basically. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, we were trying to do something. Yeah, we have assigned the work center here, right? Yeah, now we have something called as the staging areas and the door determination concept, basically. So why we are trying to, this is the one which I'm trying to explain here. I'm not sure whether this diagram is that clear or not. Can you see that here? Hello?
Yes, more or less, yes.
Yeah, so there was some, the picture was too small, but ideally what I'm trying to say here is, when we see our particular concept here, that we are trying to receive the goods from the door, basically means we are trying to have the goods tracking it from the door itself, and from the door we are trying to move it to your staging area. So that is the first step, right, which is an unloading step, basically what we are trying to do here. So when we are trying to unload the goods, basically here what the system is expecting is from where we are trying to unload. Basically, when you see in the simple inbound scenarios when we have done earlier, we have directly started, once we have performed the GR, we have started the activity from GR zone to the physical storage bins. I mean, like from either it could be a product or a handling unit warehouse task, we have directly moved the goods, right? But in case of the unloading, because as being we were using the complex put away, and as being we are performing the complex activities here, we are trying to track the products since from the activity where it was started. So the activity which we are trying to start basically is from the unloading point, where the truck has come and the truck will unload it at the door, or it will unload it. From that point of time we are trying to track it. So basically it's from the door level itself we are trying to track, which is the 9030. So that's the reason we will be creating one respective storage type for the doors, okay, for all the doors, whether if it could be if you're having one door or 10 doors or whatever it is, we'll be creating one storage type, and we'll be creating maybe 5 doors for the inbound and 5 doors for the outbound. But for the outbound it's a different storage type, however. So now what is the staging area and the door determination concept, basically? Now if you see this, the products whatever we are receiving in our particular warehouse every day, okay, you would be having a multiple doors, maybe door 1, door 2, door 3, or door 5, somehow like that. Now all these respective doors, we will try to have a combination of a staging area and a staging area group. Means what we try to do is we will try to group the multiple staging areas into one group, and we will try to assign the respective doors for that. The concept behind for doing this is in order to determine the door automatically for the inbound delivery. Basically, that was the concept behind this. Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, let me
Mm.
reframe it again, Sriram.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple storage areas are combined to determine one
Multiple
door.
staging areas, I mean to say that.
Yeah. Multiple staging areas are
Combined
having
into one staging group, basically. Okay.
staging group,
And
and that will
these
be
groups will be assigned the doors such that we will tell to the system that in a sequential way we will be having the doors assigned, and this particular doors will be needs to be determined automatically. Why we are trying to do this? Because in the product master we do not have the option of assigning the doors on what do you say that is? What is this matter? Yeah.
Sriram,
Please.
this is Rupa.
Hmm.
Sriram, is there any way that we can create multiple
Which one?
multiple sharing areas
We can
or
create that. Yeah.
multiple doors also?
We can do that. That's what, right? If you see that in a particular GR zone, we have staging area 1, staging area 2, 3, 4, 5, because you would be
Yeah,
even, yeah, we can do that.
yeah.
So what we are
Your
trying,
your
sorry.
just let me just interrupt you. Your
Mm,
picture is very clear.
mm.
So my question is, just can we go with one or can we go with multiple?
You're talking about the staging area one, or you're talking about staging area group?
Yeah, groups.
Groups, we can, that's what, right? We can have one staging area group or we can have multiple staging area groups. That is not a problem at all. We can create multiple there. Hello? Can you hear me? I believe I'm
Yeah,
lost.
I could hear you. I
Yeah.
think there's some signal problem, but yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. So why we
Yeah,
are trying
thanks.
to do this, it's only because of the assignment. As I said, that the door determination automatically you would like to happen, because there would be some kind of a scenarios. Let me give you an example. Even like there are some products or maybe some kind of an production, I mean, like what I say that is product another scenario where I can take the best thing is maybe, yeah, we'll take this particular example. Like all the time, whenever you're receiving this particular products, maybe from a particular vendor, let's example, like take an example here, because in that point of time, what they want to do is they want to have that particular door to be determined all the time. But here you see this, we do not have that option of assigning the door automatically here. We only have the option of assigning the staging area group. Okay, so the staging area group is nothing but it is a combination of a multiple staging areas here. Okay, you see this, you have staging area 1, staging area 2, and staging area 3. So all these combinations, whatever we are trying to see here, this is a combining of all this into one staging area group, and this staging area group will be assigned to a doors, whether you will be having a 1 door or 2 doors or 3 doors, whatever it is, we will be assigning it over here, such that what happens is the system will be determining your door automatically in your inbound delivery. If in case if the doors are not freely available, based on the staging area combination, whatever the next door is available, you can manually change it, or even the system will propose it based on the configuration. I mean, like, am I clear or still confusing here, guys?
Clear. I mean, at least for me, clear. Sridhar.
Yeah, it's only because of having the door assignments automatically. That's the purpose we do it. And the other thing is, in order to determine your staging area automatically also. That's another point. Okay, in order to have the goods point, there's a configuration for that. I'll show you now. Okay. So that's the reason in the product, but however, this config is not that mandatory for us to maintain, guys. But however, SAP has given us to maintain the privilege of having the staging area group here. Why? Because I'll tell you nothing, because assigning or combination of this door, we have it in a multiple places, like when we create your transportation units. And at that time when we create the shipments, what happens is that system will automatically will create you the transportation units. And when you have this yard management also, the doors will be determined automatically. So the determination of the doors can happen in multiple ways. It's not only through this particular concept, which I mean to say that. But as of now, as being we are trying to do it from this particular one, I'm trying to do it. That's it. But the door determination concept in EWM system, we have it in a multiple ways. Either we can do it through your dock appointment scheduling, or either you do it through your transportation units, or you do it through your yard management, because you can't always tell that I always want a door one, and you can't say that the door one will be always be available for this particular products. You never know when this product will come into the warehouse, so you can't fix that door right. So you have to make use of your operations, and you have to make use of your doors in the physically in the real time. It's not that standardly we can say that I always go with a door one. Sometimes the door one would not be available, right? So you have to change that door. So physically that manual activities will be taken care by the warehouse clerks. That's not a concern. But the door determination can happen through multiple ways. That's what I mean to say here. Okay. Am I clear? Any questions,
Yes.
guys? Yeah. So now first thing is I have defined the storage type, which is 9030. However, I have not defined the doors basically, right? So I'll be defining the doors over here, guys. 46. Now if you see this, let me take door 1 and door 2. Okay, let me change this direction also as an inbound. Here we usually have the direction of both inbound and outbound for the doors, but normally the best practice is we will try to have inbound separately and outbound separately. So the default staging area for that is 9010. Okay, this I'm trying to assign it over here. The very first thing. Now what I'm trying to do here is assign staging area or a door determination group to the door. But before I go there, I have to create the door determination. So staging areas we already knew what we are trying to define. What is our staging area, guys? 9010, right? So this is our staging area, and this is a staging area section, but which we are not doing it as of now. Okay, and the direction would be GR, okay, which is a goods receipt. So this is one thing which we will be doing it over here. Now I'm defining one group for us. So I'll just define one thing. So WM46, okay, ZW46 for example. So okay, ZW46, that's a one. Now what I'm trying to do here, assign staging area or a door determination group to the door. Okay, first thing. Now what I'm trying to do here, now coming to the question which Krupa was asking me here, where WM46, what is my warehouse door, guys? Door 1. Agree? Hello?
Yes, we start by door 1 and door 2. Yes.
Yeah. WM46 hyphen door 2,
2.
right? And
Yeah.
what was my staging area I was trying to create? I mean, like the group, it's ZW46. Sorry. ZW46. Okay. And ZW46, right?
46. Yes.
So what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to assign a multiple, I mean, like the doors to my particular staging area group. Agree? Hello?
Yeah. Yes.
Now,
Yes.
coming to the question which was asked by Krupa, I think he was in offline, I'm not sure. Maybe once he sees this, at least the video, you'll understand. Okay, you see this, define staging area and door determination group. As of now, how many staging areas I've defined? It's only one staging area, guys, which is that 9010, right?
Yes.
I've not
Yes.
defined a multiple staging areas here, basically. If you have defined a multiple staging areas, maybe let's take me an example, because I have not created multiple. 9010 only I had. What is this GIMD? I'm not sure whether it's an outbound. Maybe let me take this one. Yes, GRMD something. I don't know.
CIMD may be good issue. No.
I don't know, but let me try because I haven't created it right. 1 second. Let me show you this. Staging area and the door determination group again. What is this GRMD? 1 second. GRMD. Let me remember that. Okay, I think. I'm not sure whether because that GRMD is not available here, but this is the place where we normally define it, guys. Okay, once we define the staging area and once we define this staging area groups, what we normally do is we will try to assign the multiple staging groups like staging area 1, which is 9010 and GRMD or whatever. We will try to assign this to this particular staging area group and then we can do it, guys. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, that is what
Assign all the staging area to staging area group. That's what you mean, right?
I mean, like what I mean to say that is you could have a multiple staging areas, but all I'm trying to combine few of the staging areas of my receiving staging areas into one group. Okay,
Yes.
and that particular group I'm trying to assign it to a multiple doors basically. Okay, to door 1 and door 2 I've assigned. So which means that the door 1 will be going to staging area 1 or staging area 2 or staging area 3, and as well as the door 2 also the same way. And all these things I have included this into one staging area group. Okay, now what I'll try to do, this particular staging area group, I'll try to assign it to my product master, such that what happens, once I receive these products in my warehouse, ideally I'll be able to have the door 1 or door 2 based on the availability or based on the configuration here. You're getting now, everyone?
Yeah.
Karthik and everyone, Mohan, I'm sorry.
Yeah. One question here, Sriram. As you said, so staging group will have multiple staging areas, which is assigned to staging group, and again, staging group will be in turn assigned to a door,
Product.
right? So, door and
Sorry?
door. I mean, staging group will be again assigned to doors, right? So, as you said, so. So one staging area can be, one staging group can be assigned to multiple doors.
One staging area can be
And one
assigned
staging one staging group
to.
can be
That's
assigned
what
to.
we have done now, right? If you see in our particular
Yeah,
thing,
door 1 and door 2. I'm just confused. That's right.
no, door 1, if you see that, where it has gone on. Yeah, you see this ZW46 and ZW46. This is the one which I have assigned it, basically,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
So
that's what
the,
I lost over there. That's why I asked.
no,
Okay,
we
thank
can
you.
assign it. Okay.
Okay. Again, we will in turn assign this as groups to product master, groups in
Yeah,
product.
because we want the door to be determined automatically for us. So that's the reason what we are trying to do is we are trying to have the staging area like ZW46. Okay, that's the first thing which we do it over here, DEC1. And the second thing is,
Sriram, one question here.
tell me.
You assigned a staging group and a product master, right? But for that staging group, there is a 2 doors are available. So how the system can
We
identify
haven't
the which
completed
door?
this configuration yet. There is a still more
Okay,
configuration for that.
okay,
There will be a sequence which will be telling that, okay, sequence 1 would be door 1, sequence 2 would be door 2. Okay, which we still have a lot of things to do yet. Okay. Yeah. So now coming to our particular specific thing, basically. If you can see that, I've defined the staging group or the door dimension and all, like 46WM and all. Storage type role 8010, deconsolidation, storage type role E, and assigning the work center and the door in the easy access, but we only done with the work center, door we haven't done. Okay, now which we do the configuration what Mohan you asked me, right? Which we'll do that now. So logistics. Extended warehouse management. Door supply chain, which we have to do here. Now, what is, okay, I haven't created the bins. I forgot. 1 second. What is this error, guys? Anyone? Is our supply chain unit is WM01? No, right? I think it's WM46, I guess, right?
Yes, yes.
Now tell me, what is that particular error says for us? Supply chain unit WM46 does not have a roll door. Means what does that
Yeah.
mean? For our supply
We
chain unit, we need to
will
assign an
assign role.
attribute SCMB/SCU main. Okay. Sorry. So WM46 1001. Okay. What we are trying to do here, the alternative one, we will have to create the role of a door actually. Okay. Where is that door? Here is the door. Assign this. This is the first thing which we will be doing it. Now, apart from that, what else we have here? There is another thing. Settings. Below this settings here, we'll be having this shipping and receiving. Okay. Now, staging area and the door determination inbound. Now, coming to your particular thing, what is my warehouse process type, guys? Yesterday we have defined ZW46 and my staging area and the door determination group. What is that? Is this also ZW46, I guess, right? And what is my staging area group? 9010, not the group, the staging area. And my this one is GR zone, and this one would be my door one. First thing. Now the same way, now it's clear, Mohan. So we are telling to the system that if the system is having the door one, okay, what is this? Staging area 9010 is not assigned to door 2. 9010 is not assigned to door 2. What was this error? Let me check 1 second. This is okay. What happened? Other one. I think hmm, 01 and 02 both are inbound enough for me. Then what's the issue for me? Door 1 is inbound. Okay. Hmm. Come on, I missed this. Okay. So Mohan, so now you understand that, right? How we can have the sequential of your doors as well, right?
Yes, I got it.
Yeah, this is the one which we are trying to have it for the staging area and the door determination. Now, access sequence, I'll forget again. So this is the one which we have to perform inbound, and which will do it for the warehouse process type, door determination group, and as well as the door. What does that mean? Means I'm practically trying to have only this particular things. Means what I'm trying to do here, only these are the primary key fields which I'm trying to find out. I mean, like, which I'm trying to find the system in such a way that I would like to have only these three fields, basically, not apart from anything else. Now the warehouse process type, door determination group, and the door, whatever I'm trying to have here. So I'm trying to have only this with this particular three key fields only. Okay, guys? Hello?
I'm sorry, what is the first one? Warehouse, what?
Process type, warehouse process
Okay,
type.
okay.
Yeah. And the
The
second
second
one would be door determination group, and the other one would be the door. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So these are the ones which are the primary key fields, because in the earlier node, if you remember that, I have maintained only this one, right? I have not maintained anything else. If you can remember that in the other setting, in 1 second now. Here, staging area, sorry, not outbound. Staging area and door determination inbound. What are this one? ZW46 and 90109010 ZR zone, and this is the door one, right? I have maintained only these two things, right? Hello?
Yes,
What are
yes,
the
absolutely.
primary key fields I'm trying to maintain here? That is what I'm trying to say. Okay.
Okay, first we need to define what basis which we need to determine, and after that we need to maintain what is the relevant values which it need to be determined.
Exactly. So we need to define that basically. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, this is the one thing. And now, okay, they have the set 3 configuration also, guys, which haven't done it, probably, which we have to do it. If I do it now, you guys will get confused. But however, this I'll take it in tomorrow's session. Okay, activity area, deconsolidation, and sorting the bins. These are the three important things, and I have to explain you these concepts also. Then we can run the scenario after doing this. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but basically it's a bit logically we will have a lot of configuration in this complex one, guys. Okay, the only thing is we have to understand the logic first. Unless and until we go, 1 second, I'm just getting a call. Yeah, hello. Yes. Hello. Yeah, hello. Yeah, good morning. Who's that? Mm-mm-mm.
Hello, Srira, are you there still?
Sorry, hello. Yeah, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, sorry, there was a call. Yeah, we have the another set 3 configuration also, guys, which we will be performing, which you have to perform this. Probably we'll take this in tomorrow session, and probably it may take somewhere around 30 minutes, and then we'll run the scenario. Then you'll understand what kind of configurations we have done so far and all. Okay, then we'll complete this complex inbound. Okay, guys.
Okay. I mean, sorry to interrupt you. What is the major difference between simple inbound and complex inbound? All this door and all other determinations.
Now you tell me, right? Because how the put away is being happening now.
Automatically through strategies.
So
Previously, we used to
automatically,
enter.
even in simple inbound also we have performed it. But here we are not performing it a simple way, right? We are trying to have some sequential of steps which are being predefined, and the system has to follow that steps, and it has to follow right from the door again. And we are performing and we're moving into work center. So these are all the things which we are trying to perform, right? Basically.
Okay, okay. All these activities. I
Yeah,
mean,
so all
in
these
general.
activities, whatever we are trying to do, we haven't performed in a simple one. In a simple one, we have just received it in the GR zone and then we have moved it to the final, in the hierarchy or whatever, right?
Yes, true.
Yeah. So here we are trying to perform these kind of activities. That's it. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Okay then. So we'll catch up tomorrow and then we'll finish off this particular topic, guys. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Guys. Thank you.